there, it's Lisa Ross, though you may know me better as Paper Daisy. And I'm going to be showing you today how to work right twists and left twists without the use of a cable needle. Now you can certainly work these with a cable needle, but with these steps, it'll go so much faster for you. Okay, I've gotten my work right where I need it to be to work my first right twist. You can see right here I have a right twist cable going this way, and I'm going to show you how I work this without the use of a cable needle. So to do this, it requires two steps. The first step is to knit these two together, but do not remove them from the needle. So I've knit those two together, but I cut that stitch on the needle. Now I'm going to knit just into the first stitch, so the stitch that's closest to the tip of my left needle. I'm going to knit just into that stitch, so not the two together, just the first stitch. Then I slip that off of my left needle, and I've worked my first right twist. Let me show you that again. I take these two stitches, the next two on the needle, and I'm going to knit them together, but I don't remove them. Now, if you've already worked some of your patterning, it may be that those stitches line up. In this case, they do. So I can see that this cable is going to continue to slant to the right. So I knit those two together. Do not remove it from the needle. And I can kind of separate these two stitches with my finger because you only want to go into the first stitch. So make sure that those stitches have not changed position, and you're going to be knitting just into that first stitch, and that is going to complete the right twist. And that's all you have to do so that you don't need to use a cable needle. Now, if you were going to use a cable needle for a right twist, what I would do is put the first stitch onto the cable needle, hold it to the back of the work, knit the first stitch off the needle, and then knit the stitch off of the cable needle. So not only does this one require less equipment, but it also is a lot faster. Let's get over to the left twist. Okay, so now I'm ready to work my left twist. Now there are two different ways that you can work a left twist. This first one is a little bit faster, though it's not quite as symmetrical as the second one that I'm going to show you. All right, so for this one, you're going to go into the back of the second stitch on the needle. So this is my second stitch on the needle right here. And I'm not going through the front of the stitch, I'm going into the back. I knit that through the back loop, but do not take it off of the needles. And then I'm going to knit two together through the back loop. So I go into both of those stitches, I knit them together through the back loop, and I take it off of the needle. And that is the first way to make a left twist. I find this to be the fastest way, and this was the method that I used for this particular cable pattern. However, there is a way that's a little bit more symmetrical to the right twist that we just created. So let me show you this way one more time, and then I'm going to show you the other way. Okay, so I have my two stitches. I'm going to go into the back loop of the second stitch on the needle. I go into there, but do not take it off the needle. Then I knit two together through the back loop, and I take it off the needle. And that's the first way of making a left twist without a cable needle. All right, so now I'm going to show you the second method of working a left twist without a cable needle. This one requires an extra step, but it does create a neater final result. And I don't know if you can see it here, but on the first one, this first cable down here, I worked it just as I just showed you. But up here, I worked it in the new method, and it's a little bit of a cleaner line. You may or may not notice it. Perfectionists might appreciate this second approach to knitting without a cable needle. You're going to slip each stitch one at a time knitwise off of the left needle. Let me show you that again. So normally you slip purlwise, but for this we're going to slip each stitch knitwise one at a time. 1, 2. And then I'm going to put them back on purlwise, tip to tip. And the reason I do that is because it changes the position of the stitches. So normally this right leg is in the front, but now it's in the back. And that's going to make this look a little bit neater when I work these stitches. So I'm going to go into this second stitch and go into the back loop, knit into the back loop. And then I'm going to knit them 2 together through the back loop. Now remember, I did not take it off the needles before, but this time I do. And there I have my left twist. And so you can see it's just slightly different. This way is just a little bit cleaner than the first way, but either one works great for making your left twists without a cable needle. I'm going to undo this one and show you just briefly how you would do it with a cable needle, should that be your preference. So to do that, you would take this stitch off with a cable needle. You would knit this first stitch, you hold the cable needle in front this time as opposed to the back. You knit this stitch off of the needle, and then you knit off of the cable needle. And that is how you would work a left twist with the use of a cable needle. You can find all of my designs on paperdaisycreations.com and on Ravelry. And as always, I wish you very happy knitting.